This morning the session is GPS orienteering, and I want to try and introduce you to GPS, to a science called geomatics, and tie that back to how it relates to geography. Draw a map of where we are right now, and if you sat in a pair, come up with two different ones. Go. Where you are right now.
Okay.
Who's this guy?
You will be.
On the right hand side there are two buttons. The second button down is your power button. Just push that in and hold it down for a couple of seconds. And put a hand up when you've got your screen on. Okay. 30 more seconds and you're ready to go.
What would you say the benefits to the pupils are going to be over the course of the day?
Well, apart from the obvious ones that they see, which is getting out for an hour, I think it's a chance to actually see the use of industrial type technology that we don't have here, actually in the school environment, to use equipment that they probably won't see before, and actually to tie that in to the school curriculum. Physics is a very interesting subject in school. Most of our physics pupils don't go on to actually do physics, they go on to do perhaps engineering. And some of the stuff that Tom's going to be doing today is directly linked to perhaps future careers that some of them might have or might be encouraged to take up as a result of today. So I think it's great that they see a link between school and industry, and they might be prompted to consider a career in engineering or surveying, geomatics.
Okay. Is it the sort of lesson you could have considered doing 10 years ago?
Certainly not with the GPS equipment 10 years ago. I think some of the surveying equipment probably 10 years ago. In fact, I did a lesson last year with GPS receivers myself with the 5th year, and that tied in very nicely. We went out and hid some objects and found them again, and then we talked about how did the GPS receivers actually work. Well, satellite technology and GPS has really moved on, so certainly not 10 years ago, no.
So you've got ICT involved there, you've got kids learning out of doors. It sounds very much like it's a sort of a curriculum for excellence lesson all wrapped up in a nutshell. Is that being part of the impetus behind it?
Not really, but there again I think a curriculum for excellence is something that permeates through a lot of the work we do. It doesn't have to be actually laid out and say, right, we are doing something that's a curriculum for excellence. I think I'd like to think that much of what we're doing, and whether it's this or whether it's having other outdoor speakers involved, or even what we can do in a slightly more down market way, I think that ties in nicely with the curriculum for excellence. But this is definitely hands-on stuff, and of course it's involving geography, maths and physics pupils, so it's new technology, it's cutting edge stuff, and it's right across the curriculum.
We have a project based at Newcastle that's called geomatics.org.uk. As the name suggests, it's web-based, but the whole idea behind the project is to provide resources that we can engage with the public with, particularly school teachers and school students. And so sometimes we send equipment and resources around the UK without us, and sometimes we have the opportunity to travel with the equipment and run sessions ourselves. And
or they could just go onto that website, which is shown at the bottom of the screen at the moment.
Absolutely, yes, yeah, www.geomatics.org.uk. It's a very large website. It has three main areas. There's a public area to find out about geomatics, what we do, what is it, the technology, big links library. There's a dedicated teachers area that's free to join.